Hi folks, this is your MWIS Planning Outlook with your latest guidance taking you over the next few weeks. Now things will be feeling a bit warmer in the next few days, considerably warmer than it's been through many of the recent weeks. This is the temperature anomaly in relation to the seasonal averages over 5 days taking us into the weekend, and we're on the warmer side of average, and the best of that will be felt over the next couple of days, where some of the valleys and the glens, even into northern Scotland, will be well into the mid-20s, quite humid with that as well. The peak of that very warm weather will move through, but things will be generally warmer than what we've been as we head through the middle part of August. The airflow is more often circulating in from the south. Nothing too special, I don't think, but temperatures just feeling somewhat warmer and a bit more humid more often compared to the chilly days we've felt recently. Rainfall totals through to the weekend look like this, and again there will be some rain and some showers in the forecast as we head through into the weekend itself. Western Scotland looks wettest, the totals shown here, best part of an inch of rain, 25 mil or so, and some locally heavy bursts could give spot totals that may end up higher. Areas around Wales, the Lake District, 10, 20 mil in a few spots quite possible over that 5-day period. Lower amounts around the Peak District, the eastern side of the Pennines, the borders, and into the Cairngorms, where we may see totals around 5 to 10 mil, but some showers, some heavy showers possible occasionally still in there. Charts for the next few days look like this, and Wednesday sees high pressure expanding its way northwards across Britain. We do have a warm front pushing over western regions, and that pulling some quite humid air into the Irish Sea, which will result in some low cloud and fog banks, which will drift onto some coastal areas, some patchy drizzly conditions around here as well. That all drifting into the western coast of Scotland as we go through the day as well, so things could become rather misty and murky around the coast, but inland areas broadly staying dry and bright with a good amount of sunshine, some hazy high cloud just ahead of that front, so it may not be blue skies as such, but a bright and warm day. Breezy in the north of Scotland, mostly light winds elsewhere across the country, and feeling warm and quite humid. That waft of warm air being pushed by southerly breezes will be all the way across the country into Thursday, so warm conditions overnight and into the morning, a humid feel to things then with some strong sunshine around, some misty murky conditions locally again around some of those western coasts, just possibly some of the higher mountains could be above some of those fog banks. Breezy toward the west, lighter winds toward the east, many places dry through the day, but just the risk of some thundery showers breaking out through the afternoon and into the evening time as just a trough comes up from the south. Things destabilise as that warm, humid air just gets to work. Eventually some greater risk of something thundery developing as a cold front then moves in from the southwest into Thursday night. I'll take that sequence forwards. That risk of showers is quite hit and miss later Thursday daytime, but there comes the cold front with its more organised zone of rain and some embedded thunderstorms as we go through the nighttime hours. That could well give some quite heavy rain as we go towards dawn on Friday across Scotland and northern England. That frontal system then pushing north and eastwards into the first part of the morning. It could be that there's some thundery rain still in there in northern and eastern districts as we go through the morning hours, tending to clear from the southwest with relatively fresher conditions following, but it may still feel quite warm and humid, just not as hot as Thursday. A strong southwesterly breeze will prevail then through Friday daytime. Still the risk of 1 or 2 showers around, but some dry and bright conditions in there. Western hills and mountains may just be capped by cloud more frequently, and early low cloud across more northern and eastern regions will tend to lift and break as that early rain clears. Low pressure out toward the west just gradually moves its way in for the weekend, so it's looking a rather changeable story once more, with some rain or some showers most frequent in western regions, the risk of some of these becoming heavy and thundery, particularly by the afternoon, and extending northwards and eastwards, so the risk of a burst of rain almost anywhere through Saturday afternoon. Some places may escape drier for longer, especially further north and east. A blustery picture across many mountains, especially near to the Irish Sea. Those speeds could touch gale force even around some of the heavier showers on the highest tops, and temperatures relatively cool compared to midweek, but not quite as chilly as the start of this month. Low pressure stays in charge into Sunday with west to southwesterly breezes for England and Wales, lighter winds across northern Scotland nearer to the centre of the low. A story of showers again, some more frequent rain possible in western Scotland. Some of those showers heavy with the risk of thunder and lightning in places once more. They'll move through quite quickly across England and Wales. Over the Highlands, though, they could be slower moving with those lighter winds. Our circulating area of low pressure will be still on the scene into the start of next week. This is the situation into Monday. Some showers, those getting going most widely by the afternoon. Some heavy and thundery bursts locally, particularly across eastern regions through the afternoon hours. That low will gradually weaken and pull away northeastwards heading into Tuesday as a ridge of high pressure tries to come up from the southwest, and there may just be a window of better weather heading into midweek. I'd expect some showers for Tuesday, a bit more scattered and generally not as heavy as Monday. Wednesday looks to be a better day, but there's still another area of low pressure situated out over the Atlantic which could start to push some further showers back in later on in the week. The airflow is coming up from the south at least, meaning things are going to be fairly warm and just that bit more humid again compared to the start of the month. Looking further ahead, and these charts are slightly different to what we sometimes look at, but in principle they're showing the same sort of story. It's the general pressure patterns this over a week period through the middle of August, and the orange colours indicating where we have higher than average pressure, and quite an expansive zone of that across central northern Europe, around to Greenland and over the Atlantic as well, but just a nagging small area of low pressure situated to the west of Britain. Not as unsettled as it has been in recent times, and it could well be that we're influenced by fairly high pressure at times, but just that scope to draw a few showers around, especially into some western regions, but some good days in there as well. And still, the temperatures feeling warmer with that flow circulating around, typically from the south. Not too much changing in the later stages of the month. High pressure stays out to the south and the east of us and away around in a bit of a horseshoe toward the north as well. Still got that shallow area of low pressure out to the west, which once more could just try and circulate some areas of showers in occasionally, especially to more southwestern parts of Britain and Ireland. Scotland may fare better, possibly even drawing in quite a warm southeasterly airflow here. So overall, maybe Western Scotland doing better, Northern Scotland pretty good as well through that time, with some warm conditions once more just wafting around from the south. Always, though, the risk of showers, not a completely settled spell through the second half of the month, but on balance better than some of the recent weeks have been. An early glimpse to the start of September shows that high quite strongly around Scandinavia, and that low has just retreated back into the Atlantic somewhat. So it looks fairly optimistic for some decent weather in there. The airflow is coming around from the continent, so fairly warm, and a greater chance of some drier conditions becoming more sustained. And it wouldn't be surprising to see a decent spell of weather, maybe a more prolonged settled spell of good weather into early September. These mixed poor summers do tend to finally settle down quite late in the day. We shall keep an eye on that. All your local details, of course, can be found on our website. For today, that is your planning outlook. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.